It's been so long since my last empties video. I not only have a full bin here full of makeup, skincare, hair care, and body products to give you my quick thoughts on, but I also have a nice sized tote bag that's about halfway full. I don't know what's taken me so long to do another empties video, but here we are. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Today I'm going to share which of these products are worth repurchasing, which products I've already repurchased, and which products aren't worth it. I always find empties videos really helpful. I like getting quick, concise thoughts on products. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's go ahead and get started. I'll start with makeup because it just takes longer to use up makeup products than it does skincare, hair care, or body products. So I have two of my holy grail powders here that I always rebuy when I run out. So for under eyes, we have Pat McGrath under eye setting powder. I wear the lightest shade, which looks white, although you can't tell because it's gone. This is perfect if you're like me and you crease under your eyes when you wear concealer and you really need to set that area, but you don't want fine lines, texture, or dryness emphasized, and you're over 40. I love this. I won't be without it. I also have my favorite finishing powder, which is MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural in the shade Medium Plus. This is the mesh insert part. I can't get anything else out of this, and I did rebuy it. As I always do, this just gives that perfected airbrush look to my finished makeup. I dust it over as a finishing step, and it has just enough sheer coverage, and it doesn't look like powder, but it just finishes things off beautifully and helps my makeup last a little bit longer while blurring and evening everything out. I just love this. I use other powders, obviously, but these are go-tos that I just will not be without. I also went through a Huda Beauty loose setting powder in the shade Pound Cake. This is such a great setting powder for blurring your pores and setting your foundation and helping your makeup last all day. Now, I have not rebought this yet because I have other powders that I'm using. I may in the future, unless I discover something I like better. It is a really nice powder though that is one of my top setting powders that I've tried. Now I have a powder foundation that I used up that I loved and is unfortunately discontinued from Armani. This was their Luminous Silk Dual Powder Foundation. It's gone. I can't buy it anymore, even if I wanted to. I think the only option that they have now is just a regular pressed powder. I've never tried that. If you have, let me know down below. Let me know if you tried any of these products down below and what your thoughts are. This was actually one of my favorite powder foundations. I don't know why they discontinued it. Why is anyone discontinuing anything these days? Who knows? But I'm picky about powder foundations. If I could repurchase it, I would. I also used up one of my favorite bronzers I've probably ever used in my lifetime. Something about this bronzer just really worked for me. It's from Becca, the Sunlit Bronzer in the shade Capri Coast. It was just the right level of warmth. It wasn't too orange or yellow or red. It was the perfect shade for my light, medium, neutral leaning warm skin tone, and it had just enough luminosity but no sparkle, and it gave the perfect glow for me. Now, I do still have one of these in a different shade that I use in the heart of summer, and I'll be really sad to see that go. I do hope that Smashbox re-releases this at some point because I think it was a pretty popular product and they've re-released some Becca products, but not all of them. Dior Forever Skin Correct Concealer, the original formula in the shade 2CR. Now, this does not look empty clearly, but it was starting to dry out and get old. It kind of had a scent to it. This was the shade that I reserved mostly for my face. The old formula was a holy grail concealer for me, and I do have a video and an update on how I feel about the new formula. If you want to check those out, I will have both of those up in a card and down below in my description box along with the products that I'm sharing with you. I do wear the new formula under my eyes sometimes, although it's not equivalent to this old formula. It's pretty much a different formulation, although it's not bad. It's just not the same. I'm putting this in makeup, even though it could be skincare too. This is Drunk Elephant De-Bronzy Anti-Pollution Sunshine Drops. There are some dupes of this floating around, but I've never found anything to be truly equivalent to the real thing. This is not meant to be used alone. This is meant to be mixed into foundation, moisturizers, other face products to deepen them without changing the texture. And I love using this in the summertime, especially when I get a little more color on my face. It keeps me from having to buy different shades of foundation during those months. So the initial investment definitely pays for itself. I also love throwing it on with skincare just to give a little glow to my face, and I don't get greasy shimmer with it or sparkle at all. It just gives me a healthy glow, and there's also skin benefits in here too. This is a consistent repurchase for me. Next up is the infamous sculpting powder from Kevyn Aucoin in the shade Medium. I used this so consistently for the longest time and obviously hit pan and ran out and bought a backup during that time because I used it so often. But I think I've used the backup like twice. Not that this isn't still as good as it ever was. I just don't think I contour as much as I used to. And when I do, I reach for the contour in my Smashbox Cali contour palette because it's just as good and it's always next to me. So if you would have asked me a few years ago if this would have been a repurchase, I would not have even hesitated to say yes. But now I just don't feel like I need it as much. So the answer would probably be no if I didn't already have that backup. Not because it's not good, I just don't reach for it the same as I once did. There definitely should be more of these in here. These are just representing the number that I've used up during this time. We have Benefit Precisely My Brow, It Brow Power Micro, and Hourglass Arch Brow Micro Sculpting Pencil. Now these two, the It Cosmetics and Hourglass, are both very similar in that they're both teeny tiny micro pencils that are shaped like a dash to mimic brow hairs as closely as possible. Hourglass used to be my staple until the It Cosmetics came out. The shade just works a little bit better for me. I think it's Universal Taupe. Yes, Universal Taupe. This shade just works really well. I love the pigmentation of it and the ease of use. Will I still reach for the Hourglass? Yes, but I prefer the It Cosmetics micro a little bit more. Now, Benefit Precisely My Brow is a tiny bit bigger and it's still a slim pencil, but it's round. I'm in the shade 3.5. It works really well for me for just a quick application when I don't need to be as precise. So this is something I always keep on hand too. It's a repurchase and great for quick days. There's a reason why Benefit brow products consistently are bestsellers. This is just super easy to swipe on and go, and it still looks natural, even though it's not quite as precise as these. I have quite a few mascaras here, and I'm pretty certain I just threw some in the trash and forgot to put them in my empties bin. I'm gonna fly through these. Some are staples, some I don't really like, and some I can take or leave. Maybelline Lash Discovery Waterproof is pretty much a staple at this point for my lower lashes because of the teeny tiny slim wand, but I also use it as a light first coat to hold my curl before I go in with a more lengthening, volumizing, non-waterproof coat because my lashes are stick straight and I usually need that waterproof layer, just a really light one before a regular mascara, or my lashes just straighten right back out. And this one really works for that, and it keeps my lashes soft. And this has been in my life for years. Another great drugstore mascara is Maybelline Full and Soft, which has a fluffier wand. Oh, it's so dry and goopy. I can use this as a daily mascara or as a first coat, but it does give me long, full, soft lashes. I don't know if this is a mascara that Tarte is discontinuing because they're phasing out some of their products. This is the Surfer Curl mascara. I wasn't expecting to like this at all, but I did actually like it for holding my curl and giving me some decent volume and length. I didn't repurchase it because I just have other mascaras that I reach for and need to go through, but it was actually pretty decent. I have both the regular False Lash Effect mascara and the waterproof version from Essence. I got the waterproof version to see if it would last and not flake on me as quickly as the regular version. I don't know why this happens to me. Everyone loves this mascara, but I can only use it for a couple of weeks before it starts to dry out and flake on me. I liked this, but it didn't give me the same length and volume as this one, although it didn't flake. These aren't holy grail status for me the way they seem to be for everyone else, and they're not repurchases. Now, Tarte Man-Eater mascara is one that I kind of forgot about because I was using other mascaras. It had been a while since I tried it. It also has one of those wands that I typically don't like. It's got a fat wand with those kind of spiky, plasticky bristles. This gives really nice volume and length. Now, I have a ton of mascaras in my life. I don't need to repurchase it right now, but would I? Yes. I have two other mascaras here that perform very similarly in terms of volume and length that I absolutely love. Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk and Bite Beauty Upswing, which has has been discontinued. This is a little travel size. I loved this mascara, but it's gone. So obviously that's not a repurchase. I do love this Charlotte Tilbury mascara, and I have one in backup. I also always keep Wander Beauty Unlashed mascara on hand. This is actually the mascara I have on today. This is one of my favorite everyday mascaras because it separates my lashes nicely and gives me really nice everyday volume and length for when I don't want something too dramatic, but I still want to be able to see my lashes. I mean, I hope you can see them on camera. They look nice in person. This is just a favorite for every day. As is Benefit Roller Lash. I've talked about both of these a ton on my channel. This is another really great everyday mascara for length and volume that holds my curl nicely. I just tried to swatch both of these Charlotte Tilbury lip pencils on the back of my hand so you could see the shades, and they're so dried out. I couldn't get any pigment out of them. So this short little one is Iconic Nude, and this longer one is Love Trap, which is clearly not used up, but it's very dried out. So this is a little bit deeper of a My Lips But Better nude shade that I reach for pretty often and always keep on hand. Iconic Nude is the iconic nude lip pencil that everyone loves. It's that brown shade that's not too brown, not too orange. And this is just a little nub that got a little too dry right before I reached the end. Also a great staple, light to mid-tone brown that's great to keep on hand and that I love. Drunk Elephant Lippy Balm is one of my holy grail lip balms that I will not be without. It has an ingredient that helps restore the pigmentation, the outer pigmentation in your lips. I thought that was a crazy claim when I first started using this, and I was only using it as a lip balm. But I started noticing that the pigmentation in my lips over time was becoming more even. I didn't have to line my lips as much unless I just wanted them to appear fuller. And I do notice that when I start actively testing other lip balms and using this less, that my pigmentation starts to change. And some of you who use this have said the same thing about the pigmentation in your lips. This also keeps my lips nice and hydrated and never chapped. I know I've gone through more than 2 of these, and this is a constant repurchase. Okay, so now we have a couple of tinted sunscreens I wanted to share with you. So we have Elta MD UV Elements Broad Spectrum SPF 44 and Alastin Hydro Tint Pro Mineral Sunscreen with Broad Spectrum SPF 36. Both of these are water resistant up to 40 minutes, and they're both mineral sunscreens. Now, I personally think the Elta MD is a little bit better for normal to oily skin, whereas Alastin can cross all skin types. And I think maybe if you're super oily, you may not like this because the finish of it is more natural, radiant. And while they're both tinted, the Elta MD is more of a tint just so you won't get that mineral sunscreen white cast, whereas the Alastin is more of a skin tint type of product. They both expired fairly recently and they're about to be tossed, so I wanted to share them with you in case you're curious. They've both been great for my sensitive skin. They both wear really well under makeup, and I do love that they're water resistant. If you're looking for a good sunscreen option, either of these work really well. I have several cleansing balms here to talk about, as I should for this amount of time. We have Clean It Zero Cleansing Balm Original, Elemis Pro Collagen Naked Cleansing Balm, the Hamish All Clean Balm, and I have 2 cleansing balms from Pharmacy, the jumbo size Green Clean Balm, and then the Peaches and Clean cleansing balm. How many times can I say cleansing balm? So here's the thing. Pharmacy has been probably my biggest staple cleansing balm out of all of these. The one that's in my shower right now is the new strawberry one that they just released that I've really been loving, and I've gone through many of just the regular original green clean cleansing balms. I always use a cleansing balm or a cleansing oil to take off my makeup before I go in with my cleanser. You apply them to dry skin, massage them in to emulsify and remove the dirt from the day, makeup, and then rinse off with water and then go in with your cleanser. What I expect from a cleansing balm is that it removes all of my makeup, it doesn't sting my eyes in the process, and it rinses cleanly and doesn't leave my face feeling like there's a film on it or feeling greasy. All of the cleansing balms that I've tried from Pharmacy have accomplished that. Now, I was really pleasantly surprised with this cleansing balm, the Hamish All Clean Balm and Clean It Zero. These are both at really good price points, so if you're on a budget, I liked either one of these. And if you want a complete luxury experience, you have Elemis. Elemis as a brand is just really good. Now, this is the one I could take or leave. The regular version has really luxurious spa scent. The functionality is great. It performs as it should. And I do think it's great that they have one that's completely unscented. Pharmacy does too, by the way. But I kind of prefer the one with the spa scent to it, especially if I'm going more luxury. That's just a personal preference. Did I have a black smudge on my nose the whole time, or was it just for a few minutes? I just looked in the mirror because my nose was running and I had a big black smudge. Sorry about that. I don't know how long that was there. Okay, let's talk about some cleansers. You will know if you've been following my channel that Tatcha, the rice wash, will be in this video. This is my holy grail cleanser. This is the jumbo size and this is the regular size. I don't know what's on there. Maybe it's mascara. So this states on here, it's for normal to dry skin. I have combination skin that's normal around the perimeter and can get dry and dehydrated, but the center of my face gets oil breakthrough and shine during the day, especially in the hotter months, and this cleanser performs beautifully. This is a soft pH neutral cream cleanser with rice and hyaluronic acid that purifies and moisturizes as it cleanses. Now, for me, this is about the experience and the texture. I love the texture of this. I love the way it makes my skin feel. It cleanses effectively while it doesn't strip my skin, and it just leaves my skin feeling soft. And I love it. I don't foresee myself ever not purchasing this cleanser, even while I continue to test and try other products and use other products and keep them in my life. This will always be a staple. So I say that because I did discover a new cleanser that I'm also keeping in my life. I have a bottle of it in my shower right now, and that is the Indie Lee Brightening Cleanser. I was not expecting to like this so much. It has such a nice, refreshing scent to it, but it's a natural scent, and this is more of a gel cleanser. It just, again, it cleanses my skin so nicely while never leaving it feeling dry and tight. I love it so much, and this is another favorite. This is a drugstore cleanser that I discovered last year when I worked with Olay. I had no idea how much I was going to end up loving this. This is the Olay Regenerist Collagen Peptide 24 Cream Cleanser, and I went through the entire tube. I have not repurchased this yet because I have other things that I'm testing out right now, but this was such a nice cleansing experience. It has no fragrance, and it has these little exfoliating beads that are very gentle on your skin, and the cream consistency was lovely. It left my skin feeling soft, and it's supposed to also help prepare your skin for other treatments, anything else you're doing after it. This was really nice if you're looking for a drugstore option. I also used up a bottle of Kopari Tropical Glow Cleanser. Now, I did dupe this with a cleanser from Pacifica. I'll link that too down below, and I'll try and find that video. So this is a great cleanser for summertime because of the scent. It has pineapple and papaya enzymes that help glow and brighten. It also has coconut water that helps hydrate and refresh. It's a gel cleanser that hydrates at the same time. Again, your skin never feels stripped. And because of that scent, it gives you that nice beachy vibe while you use it. I always felt like my skin was really nice and hydrated, but never greasy. It doesn't feel like there's a film on it. And I liked the thicker gel consistency of this too. This isn't a cleanser I've repurchased, partially because there is a less expensive kind of similar option. Not saying I never would, because sometimes I do kind of crave this scent that this gives me, but I have a lot of cleansers to test out, so I really am sticking to the two staples that I talked about earlier as my go-tos. Can you tell that Pharmacy Deep Sweet Toner has been my toner of choice for a while? However, it may be dethroned. I've been using a toner from Indie Lee instead that I think I may repurchase when I run out. Not that I don't still love this, but I'm really loving the Indie Lee toner. I'll have that down below too if you're curious about it. So this is a 2% BHA alcohol-free toner that has moringa and papaya. It exfoliates and helps keep your pores clear and control oil without stripping your skin, and it's always worked really well for me year-round on all areas of my face, and it's really refreshing. I'm not saying I'll never go back to it, but for now, I'm using something else. The first eye product that I used up is the Fractionated Eye Contour Concentrate from Niod. I've heard it said both ways. Do we have a confirmation on which it is? This is a serum type product that you can dab all around your eye area to address all of your eye concerns, which is especially great for those of you that are over 40 like I am. I really like this product. It wears really well under makeup. I wasn't thinking it was going to be that hydrating, especially being a watery type of product, but it really is. I mean, I did use up the entire bottle. However, when I went to go order this, I noticed The Ordinary had launched their new multi-peptide eye product that's in, I think, the exact same bottle, just with different labeling. Now it has different actives in it. It addresses some different things. I don't think it's quite as strong as this product, but I wanted to test it out. So I ended up getting it instead. It's obviously less money because it's from The Ordinary versus the higher end brand from them. I've been using that and really liking it too. I will probably repurchase this after just to see if I get increased results from this once I use that product up. This is really good though and hydrating. Now, I also used up the Beauty Pie Pure Ceramides Elastic Boost Eye Moisture Serum. I've talked about this so many times on my channel. This is a product that you roll on underneath whatever eye cream, eye serum, whatever you're using to give your under eye area a boost. It just kind of adds more hydration and of course ceramides and other beneficial ingredients. I adore this product and I did buy a backup of it, and right before I was finishing my second tube of this, the rollers stopped working and I can't get any more out. I need to contact them to tell them because their customer service has always been pretty good in the past. But this is a staple product that I like to have on hand because I love using it, especially in the mornings, because it's got these little silver roller balls. It feels so good when you massage them under your eyes. I have several moisturizers here, starting with the Olay Regenerist Collagen Peptide 24. This is a great drugstore moisturizer that has fantastic ingredients. And if I recall correctly, there was no scent to this either. It's just a nice cream that actually layered well under makeup. I could use it at night as well. I feel like Olay has great skincare overall. I felt like it was a high-end product from a drugstore brand. So I also have Clinique Moisture Surge 72-hour auto replenishing hydrator, which is kind of a cult classic product, right? This for me is a great product for my combination skin in spring and summer when I want to use more of a gel type moisturizer that gives me light hydration during the day but still hydrates my skin without making it greasy. Would I repurchase this? Probably not, because I feel like I have some that are similar that keep the oil away in my T-zone a little bit better. This isn't my favorite gel moisturizer of all time, but I did use it up. I also have in here, which I did talk about, but I think it might surprise some of you, Selfless by Hyram Niacinamide and Maracuja Daily Barrier Support moisturizer. I like this for a very specific reason, and I do have a backup of it going in my bathroom right now. I know it's not sold at Sephora anymore, and some people kind of just felt a certain way about this line, but if you have, I would say, oily to combination skin that gets really shiny in your T-zone in the hot summer months, or you live in a very hot, humid environment like I do, and you need a moisturizer that's going to hydrate your skin, but also mattify your T-zone without making it look overly matte, and it's also going to help with the appearance of pores. A product that's really lightweight. This does that for me. It's a really nice lightweight, I would say lotion gel hybrid moisturizer that works really well. I don't like wearing this with overly matte foundations because it doesn't give me quite enough, but for everyday foundations, underneath powder foundations, it's really nice. It was kind of a surprise hit for me. My last one won't be a surprise to those of you who have been subscribed to me. This is Tatcha, the water cream. This is such a nice, light, watery cream. I don't know how to describe the texture. It's like a bouncy light gel cream moisturizer. It's great for normal to oily skin, but it hydrates so effectively. It never makes me greasy. It helps camouflage pores, and it just feels so light and refreshing. I love this. This is a staple product for me. Let's talk about some styling products before we get into shampoos. Ouai Volume Spray. This is a really great spray to use on wet hair if you have fine hair like I do that goes limp really easily. easily. I haven't rebought this because I've been testing out other products. I would definitely, this is a product my mom uses. I like it because it doesn't leave your hair sticky or crunchy at the root the way some volume sprays can. So if that's something that is a concern for you, then this is actually a great product. This used to be a holy grail product for me, and I do have another one in my bathroom, but I really don't reach for it that much for a few reasons. So this is the Alterna Caviar Anti-Aging Smoothing Anti-Frizz Blowout Butter. I did go through this whole entire thing. It's empty. And this is a product that I would use after I used my regular styling product, even if it had protection from frizz in it. I live in a very hot, humid environment here in New Orleans. You can just open up your door sometimes and your hair will start to frizz. The humidity here can be absolutely insane, so having some extra frizz protection is pretty essential if your hair is frizz prone at all. So this is a product that I would use and it worked really well. However, I started using JVN Complete Blowout Styling Milk as my styling product in my hair. I cannot talk today, which has protection from frizz in it. And I find that this, because it multitasks so well as a heat protectant, a styling product, it has style memory in it. It also has frizz protection. I don't need to use a second product quite as much. And if I do, it's usually something else completely. So I really don't reach for this as much, actually at all anymore. So I probably won't be repurchasing this. I mean, it's a good product. I find I don't need it, which leads me to this. I went through an entire bottle, and when I initially bought it, I thought it was being hyped up all over the place. And I went into it thinking I wouldn't even like it. And it is one of my most favorite hair products. I use it every time I wash and style my hair. And if I apply anything else in my hair, it's usually the Living Proof No Frizz oil. It's a very lightweight oil, and that's pretty much all I do to my hair until I use something as a finisher after. So that leads me to Moroccan Oil Mending Infusion. This is a product that I use on dry hair to either tame split ends or smooth flyaways right after I style my hair. I love this. I always keep this on hand. I do have another one in my bathroom right now. This smells really good. It's got this really nice light lotiony texture to it that never weighs my hair down, yet it smooths and tames, and I think it's great. Speaking of Moroccan oil, I have a bottle of the Moroccan Oil Strong Luminous Hairspray. This is the only hairspray I use anymore because it gives me flexible hold and the nozzle never clogs. Any hairspray I've ever used, it kind of just stops working at some point, or I have to struggle to get the product out. I never have that problem with this. I can get through an entire bottle. I feel like I get my money's worth. My hair never feels gunky. It doesn't weigh my hair down or leave it feeling hard and crunchy. I just think it's a great hairspray, and I've tried lots of different ones, and this is the one I always go back to. I'm 100% sure I went through more dry shampoos than just these 4 in this time period. I must have just thrown them in the trash. I have no idea what happened to them. So we'll talk about just these because that's what here. So the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day Advanced Clean Dry Shampoo is my holy grail dry shampoo. I always keep a bottle of this on hand because it actually cleans my hair and gives it softness and shine without leaving that gunky buildup feeling or leaving a chalky residue. This gives me way more mileage than any other dry shampoo does and is completely worth the money for me. I love it. I have one in my bathroom right now. If I need my hair to look really good on day 2 or even day 3, this is the one that I reach for. Now this is the original Living Proof Perfect Hair Day dry shampoo. It also says it actually cleans hair, eliminates oil, sweat, and odor. This one has a little bit more of the white buildup that you need to kind of shake out or brush out of your hair, and it doesn't give quite as much shine to the hair. I almost think some people think that the advanced clean that I showed in the silver bottle just now may not work as well because it gives shine and bounce and body to the hair without that whiteness. They don't see it working, and so they don't think it works when that's the beauty of it. This one is more your typical dry shampoo, but it does work better and gives me longer life to my hair than other dry shampoos, except for the silver bottle. This was my holy grail before the advanced clean came out. So I do like having one of these around. This is in my top 5 dry shampoos. I guess I'll put it like that. What I typically discover with these empties videos is that the products that I empty, that I go through, are products that I would repurchase repurchase again, usually, because I mean, why am I going to empty out something that I think is terrible? So it feels like forever ago now, I finished up Bondi Boost HG shampoo and HG conditioner, which are made for hair growth. I really liked both of these, and the only reason why I really stopped using them was to move on to try and use other products. I would definitely repurchase them because I felt like I had less hair loss, less shedding as I was using these. I have a smaller size conditioner because I use less conditioner than I do shampoo on a regular basis, but I thought these were worth the hype. I really enjoyed the experience of using these and felt like they worked really well for my fine hair. I noted that my hair was fine. It can be hard to find products that hydrate my hair sufficiently and don't weigh it down and give me enough volume at the root and don't make me oily. It's kind of a fine line. So that's kind of what I look for. Now, to get rid of buildup from styling products, from deep conditioners, whatever, I always use Way Detox Shampoo. It's important to get rid of that buildup about once a week. And this has been my absolute favorite clarifying detox shampoo because it does its job while leaving my hair shiny and it doesn't smell bad, which is really important. I love this. I actually have the big refill now and another bottle in my shower. I have Pureology Hydrate Sheer Shampoo, Day Shampoo, Necessaire Shampoo, and Briogeo Destined for Destiny Caffeine and Biotin Shampoo. Now, I have various conditioners that I have yet to finish in storage in my shower. Now, out of all of these, Pureology Hydrate Sheer has been a staple for me for many years, but my favorite that I love since discovering it is the Briogeo Destined for Destiny Caffeine and Biotin Shampoo. I have repurchased it. I have it living in my shower with the conditioner. I feel like my hair does really well with this. It gives it volume. It has all kinds of good ingredients in it to help support thicker looking hair and to stimulate your hair, your scalp, and it just does good things for the way my hair looks and feels. I've really been enjoying this. I'm not saying I wouldn't repurchase any of the ones that I have. The one that I probably wouldn't repurchase is this one. I just felt like it was good at the time, but since trying some other things, I really like them better. For a basic shampoo, the Necessaire is really great, especially if you have a sensitive scalp. And this is one that I've repurchased many times throughout the years, but for right now, this one is my go-to. Since I just mentioned the Necessaire shampoo, I'll share some other Necessaire products I've used up. We have the body wash, 2 body lotions, the neck serum, and the body serum. Now there should be deodorants in here too. I love Necessaire overall as a brand. I have very dry, kind of ashy body skin. I have tried so many different types of moisturizers, and some will work for a period of time and then they'll stop working and then I need to switch. Some just don't work at all. Necessaire is just a brand that works really well for me overall, and I love that they have truly unscented products. They hydrate deeply, nourish deeply, and have really nice actives in them. And so their products do more than just moisturize. I feel like I've really gotten my money's worth out of their products and continue to do so. It's a go-to brand for me that I will probably always continue to repurchase. I also love that the scents that they do have are really nice and light and kind of herbal. They're not overwhelming. I feel like when I use Necessaire regularly, my skin just stays in optimal condition. It kind of revamped my body skin when I first started using it. It's just really good for me. So having said that, I went through a couple of bottles of Eucerin Advanced Repair Lotion for very dry skin. This is something I can fit in between using a pricier lotion like Necessaire, and it really works well for my dry skin. It's supposed to strengthen the skin's moisture barrier and provide immediate and 48-hour moisture. It's got ceramides and natural moisturizing factors. Now, if I use this too many days in a row, I do start noticing my skin starts to kind of revert back. So I'll use one of my go-to super hydrating lotions like the Necessaire or Kiehl's, or one of the ones that, you know, just works really well. Get my skin where it needs to be. Use this for a few days, then go back, use the other. Helps stretch that expensive moisturizer a little bit longer. This is a really great drugstore moisturizer for those of you with dry skin. I have another full-size bottle going in my bathroom right now. Because this container is so bulky, I just threw 1 tub of the Vital Proteins Collagen Peptides in here to represent all the tubs I've gone through in this time period. So this helps with skin, hair, nail, and joint support. I use the unflavored powder in my coffee in the morning and can't taste it. It dissolves easily. I have tried other brands and find that the ones I've tried anyway don't dissolve the same. This brand is really good. And now collagen powder in general, or collagen peptides rather, is not a product that is going to give you overnight results. So if you use a product like this for a week or two and you don't see a difference in how your joints feel or your nails growing or whatever it is that you're looking for from it, give it a couple more weeks. I feel like I didn't notice a difference for probably 4 weeks, but I did notice a difference. And this is just a product that's so easy to incorporate into my daily routine, and it is something that I use regularly, and it gives me an added boost of protein each day too as a bonus. This is hands down the longest I've ever gone between empties videos. I will never go that long again. I hope you found these quick snapshot reviews of these products helpful and beneficial. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful in any way, I would love it if you would give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoy everyday beauty made easy. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.